my name is Kuma. I'm gonna be showing you how to do texture toggles or clothing swaps using Vroid models. It's a pretty simple process, but it's easy to mess up, so try to just not skip through this video and just watch it step by step. I promise you, I'm not trying to get viewer retention. The first 2 times I did this, the models wouldn't talk afterwards. So it's really easy to mess up, but it's also really easy to do once you know what you're doing. So here is the model I'm working on. This is my Dark World Chris. Not in armor for once. I wanted to make a casual Dark World Chris. I already have a public Dark World Chris in armor. Not a lot of people like it. I don't really care. But so pretty much here's what you want to do. You want to make him wear all of the clothing at once. Not like this. I'm not talking about like multiple textures or anything. That's just for the sake of my sanity. I'm talking about multiple base layers. So essentially, if I want to have my Chris be able to switch into a hoodie, I create another base layer, right, that has the hoodie texture on it. It's more of a sweater, but you know, it is what it is. I think it looks cool. You want him to be wearing, him or her, whatever character you're working on, to be wearing both of these objects at the same time, and they have to be visible. Alright, this part is really important. What you're going to want to do, click this little plus and export the empty texture. Alright, and just trust me on this. I'll explain why once we get into Unity. But so I'm gonna put every bit of clothing on my Chris now. I'm gonna overwrite this with the things that I'm using to get him working. This Chris is coming with 2 clothing options that are gonna have some texture options on them, as well as a changeable glasses set, which if you want to do changeable glasses, it's gonna look something like this, right? Because there's going to be the forehead toggle and the wearing toggle, and obviously there will be an option to toggle that off as well. But so depending on how many clothing options you choose, your model is going to look something like this when you export it. Alright, I will meet you in Unity. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and get that invisible texture I had you get earlier, the blank one. Mine is invisible hoodie, whoa. And I have it in my own thing where I keep like the extra textures I need. You want to do all of this before you ever touch any of the texture swaps. So what you want to do is go to where those extra textures are, things like the other clothings, and whatever clothing you don't want to be visible, you're going to make additive first, and then you're just going to go ahead and drop that invisible texture on it. One thing I probably should have mentioned in the start is you want to wear the least amount of clothing first so that your skin mask is still there. Otherwise you're going to end up with invisible arms, invisible legs, invisible body, you know, and that's just not what we want. So I'm gonna go through, and where are my glasses? So those, additive, right, and then you drop that invisible texture on them so they disappear, and there should be one more, additive. And I'm realizing that because the glasses share a texture that I might not be able to make this work. So the glasses might be a bust, but I'm still going to show you what to do. Alright, and like we're going to get through this. So I'll be right back. The first thing you want to do other than that is actually do your textures, fix everything, make everything the way it's supposed to be. So I've got the model all put together, got rid of all the stuff I wanted, got the correct textures on him, which I use standard lit. I don't know about you guys, you know, your choice, your model. The next thing you want to do is attach VRC Fury to it, which the best way is through GoGoLoco. I'm using a modified version of GoGoLoco, but you should be able to find in GoGoLoco whether or not you're using the modified version. This page where it has animations, controllers, blah blah blah, I'm using Go Beyond, which is the second one. You want to drag that square here, right? Prefab, unpack, and yes, you need VRC Fury for this to work. I highly recommend that you use the creator companion through VR chat. It's gonna help your life a lot. You're gonna open your model up. It's gonna take me a second because the recording software takes a lot of power. Upper chest, bust, neck is what you want to do next. Sorry, it's being so slow right now. Holy Jesus. Alright. Let's take a second. Let's go ahead and close this. I don't need this open anymore. Save as new item. Save. Okay, close. Close. Sorry for this part of the video. Come on. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So now you're gonna, in GoGoLoco Beyond VRC Fury, you're gonna drag the head onto the head, and then drag GoGoLoco Beyond onto the name of your model, so that everything is all attached like this. Now there's gonna be another package in the creator companion you're going to add, that's the gesture manager. It does this. If you don't have that or know that already, you enter play mode, it's going to have a problem. Alright, especially if you do things the way I do, because I'm using a modified version of GoGoLoco. You just auto fix it, it's going to work. Now, before anything else, you want to ensure that your facial expressions are working, which, as you know, is like these, right? Which, okay, no, they're working. Wrong hand. Okay. Yours won't look like this. You definitely have GoGoLoco. I have these emotes. That's what comes with the modded version of GoGoLoco I'm using. So I get to see my character dance around. I know that he works. He looks good, right? So now we want to bring those clothing back. So you're going to click on your model so that you see your VRC avatar descriptor. Then you're going to go down here, you're going to find VRC Fury, and you're going to add component and type in toggle. If you have the VRC Fury package, this will pop up. Now, rule of thumb, saved between worlds. That's going to make it to where when you change your avatar, the toggle remains toggled. We're going to do clothes, because that's what I want the radial menu to be named, / hoodie, right? Now, we're going to take a second, we're going to go over to my textures. The hoodie texture is Tops 01 cloth, the second one, okay? So we're going to go back down, we're going to click add action, material swap. You're going to click the plus on render and click on the body, and then you're going to find the texture that you are swapping. So for me, it's this one, number 11, Tops 01 cloth number 5, not Tops number 7. So we're going to click on that. We're going to click material, right? And we're going to click on wherever it is, bam, the original material for it. Because we made it invisible with the invisible texture. So then you click on this, and you make sure you have it set up the correct way. This one is not, so I'm going to type in standard lit. For me, emission, you want to make this white, this black, bring that down, click the image, and drag that onto color. And now that's set up the way that I like it. And you'll see why in a second. I think it looks really nice. But there's another step here. Because if we just do this as is, here, let me show you real quick. Because the toggle will work. It will now put the clothing on. The problem is that it doesn't take the other clothing off yet. You have to add on to the toggle. Which I will show right now. But first, clothes, hoodie. You can see the hoodie can be toggled now. It can be brought into existence. We gotta get it to put the shirt away though. So the way to do that, rather than click add component, you're gonna click on this plus. And you're gonna add another material swap. You're gonna click on the body. And then this time we're clicking on the original shirt, which is number 7, not number 5. And obviously this will be different with you, so don't feel bad if you mess up. But now what we're going to do is we're going to find the material. Any of them will do, but just that invisible texture. Which I prefer to do it with my actual invisible texture. So the way you would do that is you just drag this onto the body and then Control Z immediately, right? And now that texture is registered as a material. So I can go over here and I can find invisible hoodie woe, right? Then we click on that, we go to that material, and we make sure that this one is additive. Because invisible hoodie. Whoa. So now, because I added the plus, when I toggle the hoodie, the shirt is going to go away. And I'm going to show you that that's the truth right now. And then we'll go over a couple of more things, and then that will be it for this video. But expressions, clothes, hoodie. Bam. And just like that, you have changing clothes. It's pretty simple to do. But we could even take this a step further. Let's just, for the sake of saying, for some reason, I wanted it to add his glasses as well. So we're going to do body. We click the plus to add another one. We want to add accessory glasses low frame, which is that one right there. And then another plus, material swap, plus body. This time we want it to add accessory glasses low lens. That one right there. Now we go in, we make sure these are set to their respective things. Additive for the glasses. And these could be standard lit. You don't have to change it because the frames are black, but if you have colored frames, you will have to add your emission. But so now that I've added those two other things, when I toggle the hoodie, it's going to toggle the hoodie and the glasses. Now, obviously you don't have to do this, and I'm going to undo this after because I want the glasses to be an independent toggle, but I just wanted to show you that that works. You can do multiple items in one toggle. So you could change an entire outfit with one toggle. It's just going to take a bit of time to put the toggle together. VRC Fury also has a really great option for emotes. Let me undo. You'll have to right click on the elements you want to remove, which in this case is the glasses for me. But anytime you want to do another toggle, you toggle VRC Fury, add component every single time. You do not have to save between worlds, and there's plenty of options for you to figure out and explore. And if you have any questions, I will be here to guide you through them. I have spent extensive time, more than I probably should have, figuring out how to do all of this. And do I regret it? Not at all. I am so happy to be trying to impart some wisdom, and I can't wait to see the creativity that you guys come up with based off of doing this. Um, I obviously just have this really simple, all my toggles are really simple. Um, I couldn't even begin to think how some of these toggles could end up, but I guarantee you, you're gonna want to have Creator Companion. It just makes everything easier. You have to import fewer packages yourself, and you get to do this, which just amazing, simply immaculate. Because if you're like me, you don't want to learn how to use Unity to manually make these toggles. That's so lame. I'd rather type some stuff in and be done with my day, you know, and I guarantee that some of you feel the same. To keep everything under the same submenu, you just always start with the exact same thing. So these are all going under my clothes submenu. So you do like that, which I need to figure out where the headband is. I want to say it's this one. Hair 01. Number 0. Save between worlds, add action. I'm just showing you guys the whole process and talking a bit about it because seeing it over and over and over again, I think, at least for me personally, inputs it in the brain way better than just like once, you know. And it shows that sometimes you have to do alternate things, but it keeps pretty much the same process all throughout. I'm very particular about how I do my things, though. So then, bam. Trying to think, is there anything else? Oh, right. I'll show you one more thing. This is not related to material swaps at all, but so I have my emote menu. So you name your thing animation clip, right? And then you just find the animation clip that you want to use, right? Like I have this one. You'll see what this is in a second. And then when I go to Gesture Manager, it'll have added a new emote to the menu that when you click on, it works. Do not save that one between worlds. You do not want it to save your emotes. So this should be my completed Dark World Chris for now. He has a toggleable headband, the glasses, and his hoodie. He comes with some emotes, which I'm going to add more. There's the Gmod emote, the Engineer Gaming, the Lethal Company, the Dr. Livesey walk, and the Omni Squat. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. Also, when you add Gogo Loco with VRC Fury like this, your Gogo Loco flight will work. I cannot demonstrate it here because Unity won't let me show you that, but I promise you every single one of my avatars can fly. Also, if you're looking for something useful, and if you know me personally, I'll give you this modded version of Gogo Loco, because when you rock and roll, it's a flip off. I never figured out how to do that like normal. Somebody gave me a modded version of Gogo Loco that does it for me. I don't know about you, but it's pretty useful. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, and that's how you set it up. Remember that you want to do all of your textures, all of your fiddling. You want to add VRC Fury and go into Gesture Manager before you ever do any of the toggles. You have to open Gesture Manager at least once after doing all of this stuff. If you do all of this, you want to make the model work like normal, and then you can add VRC Fury toggles. Otherwise, your avatar is not going to have any expressions. I've done this with 2 models before that had failures on them, and they would not speak. They would not do any of the expressions no matter what I did. I had to make a whole new Unity project for it. So just heed my warning now. Make your model first. Make it work, and then do the cool stuff. Okay? I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was helpful.